Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nud McKucky and your Nud McKucky News. Boy, have we got a show for you today. We're dealing with all of the things that happened this past week, dealing with the soap opera of Lift the Fail and the Umbrella Man. This episode has been sponsored by Trollgate. Do you find your teeth being brown, sometimes black, because you're force-fed all kinds of crap on the internet? Well, you need Trollgate. Maximum cavity protection. Now, getting back to our show, I tell you what, this is so exciting. There's so many different people involved. Of course, you got the George, the Jason, the Dave, Defango. You got the Umbrella Man. This is going to be quite the show. Go ahead and sit down, get your pop or drink or whatever you drink. Go get some popcorn. This is going to be quite the show. So, let's go ahead and start, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see right here, we have Inkoresh on the left, and you have King Defango on the right. Because you see, King Defango is the individual that came up with the original slogan, Lift the Fail. But you see, a lot of you may not believe that that is Defango. Let's go ahead and enlarge this image so you can see for yourself that that is in fact King Defango. Look at those arms. Look at the crown that he's sporting on top of his head, ladies and gentlemen. This is better than WWE. Because I'll tell you something about King Defango. He is one of the very first persons that called out both Jason and George. He literally pissed on their parade. Yes, that's a true statement, ladies and gentlemen. And other people started investigating these two clowns because they knew it was a setup. It was a very big setup. So you see, Inkoresh came along, and because it was exposed that Dave Acton was actually George's brother, well, Inkoresh, he just couldn't seem to understand that an apple is an apple and an orange is an orange. You see, it came out that Dave Acton was actually George Webb, older brother. And you see, Inkoresh, he wanted to play this big old game on the inner tubes and the interwebs, trying to suggest that the apple was the orange and the orange was the apple. Well, you see, he tried to force the situation where Dave Acton would show his face, even though they're two separate people. And there's so many other people that called BS alert against Inkoresh. All the sirens were going off, all the lights were a-flashing, and everybody knew that Inkoresh was playing a game. Because he wants everyone to believe that he thought that they were the same person when they're not. They certainly are not. And he was trying to make a deal. Well, that deal came because he was on the cover of Time magazine for menopause. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Because you see, Inkoresh has admitted to everyone that he's been in a state of menopause at the age of 38, living with his father, hanging out in the garage, if you will, doing all his live shows. He would have everyone believe that his life is so boring that he just eats donuts all day, he goes for walks, and he can't find love. Oh no. You see, the real love here, the real passion is YouTube. Instead of Inkoresh getting out there meeting women or whoever, instead of him going out and trying to be social and get his pickle wet, no, he would rather be on YouTube, slandering, defaming all these other individuals all over the inner tubes, because he wants to be famous. But you see, ladies and gentlemen, he likes everybody to believe that he's crazy. So as he saw Nurse Ratched here, well, Nurse Ratched let everybody know that, number one, Inkoresh is lazy, and he's a con man. He's into sales. He e-begs. He's not crazy. It's an act. It's a show. It's a way for you to give up your money. of everything that he says. He pretends to be the victim, but he's not the victim, ladies and gentlemen, because one day while he was eating donuts, he decided that he was going to get froggy. Froggy with some people on the interwebs, not knowing that those same individuals are of these secret societies that he is trying to fight so much against. Not understanding the backgrounds of the individuals that he's playing with. So he tried to cut yet another deal, and another deal was cut behind the scenes. He was on Time magazine cover again under the bait and switch article. Because in one video, he'll say that he has to move out because his daddy is not happy with certain phone calls that are coming in from other people. And he doesn't want your money. But in yet another video right after that one, he'll tell you how much he's going to appreciate you giving him some sort of financial support on PayPal and Patreon. In other words, he's making money from his defamation, his slander, his irresponsible activity on his own show. Trying to be famous. Trying to be someone. Yes. And then he made a big mistake. He attacked the Umbrella Man. The Umbrella Man has been around since 2010, ladies and gentlemen. A production was constructed, and the Umbrella Man is, in fact, associated directly with the Illuminati. This is why the checkered board face is there with the black and the white. It's about the New World Order, the Illuminati, the Cog Mafia. A lot of people don't know about the Cog Mafia, but it really does exist, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people call it different things, but in essence, it truly is the Cog Mafia. So, in doing so, well, he got a quick response from the Umbrella Man, and the Umbrella Man is Illuminati himself. But you see, to pacify Koresh, oh yeah, the Umbrella Man only decided to do one video, but make that video so powerful that he wouldn't be able to resist, knowing that he would put it on his show the very next day. But why would the Umbrella Man do such a thing? Because the Umbrella Man, even though he wears a checkered mask, is all about the game of chess. Every move can change your entire life. Well, you see, the Umbrella Man actually did flop down a copyright against Mr. Koresh, and that should be wrapped up next week. In other words, he'll get a ding on his account. But you see, Koresh, not knowing, he put yet another clip from that series. But if he had done some research, a comment that was left on the Little Piggy and the Umbrella Man episode is about the dangers of prostitution. It has nothing to do with any sort of fantasy, as you can tell this comment right here that was made 6 years ago. The actress in this short film is 35 years of age. We are both acting, even though the Umbrella Man is really not an actor. He just did the best he could in this video to show the very real dangers of prostitution. The entire video is implied. But you see, it doesn't matter because the defamation has already occurred, which means the dogs of war have been leashed. Unleashed, ladies and gentlemen, the dogs of war. The dogs of war can be so powerful. I hope you got lots of money. I hope you got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of money, ladies and gentlemen. Because when the dogs of war are unleashed, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it can get pretty vicious when it comes to the courtroom. Certainly can, especially when 100% proof will be presented. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a joke, but he'll soon find out. Because I'll tell you what, Koresh here, Mr. Pacification, well, you see, his dad, his own father, the place in which he's doing all of his, let's say, naughty activity from, stated that he can continue with what he's doing, his defamation and slander. He just can't seem to grow up. Koresh would have you believe that he's a successful salesperson. He ran an entire dealership, even though he's staying at his father's house, right? Well, I certainly hope you enjoyed our show, ladies and gentlemen. And until next time, this has been the #1 comedic news in the world, Nud McKucky.